Welcome to Cooked with Shaq. Hey, hey! Welcome to Cooked with Shaq. Thank you for joining us. Harrison James on the guitar.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
Awesome.
Boy, here we are getting into fall, and we're thinking about comfort food.
Yes.
And so I was thinking, what can we do for comfort food that we haven't done in a while? Now, we like mashed potato. You love mashed potatoes,
Oh, I
right?
love mashed potatoes.
Now, you like garlic, too, don't you?
Absolutely,
You like
yes.
cream cheese, you like butter.
Oh, talking my language. Yes.
It's all going in one pot.
No.
Mashed potatoes with garlic and roast garlic and cream cheese.
Roast garlic, yes.
See, now that would be just a meal on its own, right?
It would
there,
be.
Wouldn't it? Just to have that. A little bit of butter on top.
Let's just do that today.
No.
Oh.
We're going to add to that. We're going to do that, but we're also going to do beer braised short ribs.
Ooh.
Yes. So short ribs, we got them right here. Take a look at this. See, look at those nice, big, meaty short ribs right there. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we're going to have a little beer. We're going to have a little bit of, we already talked about the mashed potatoes. We've got all the braise that we're going to make. We're going to talk a little bit about braising too, because there's a difference between braising and boiling, even though you put the liquid into, braising is meant for slow cooking, okay? So say you have a piece of tough meat. Usually that's fairly tough. The short ribs are kind of tough. But when you put them in a braising liquid and let them go for like 2.5 hours, if not longer if you want, but you only put the liquid up to about 3/4 of the way. When you're boiling, like potatoes for instance, you would put water all the way through, so it'd be boiled. Now it reduces, it tenderizes all of the connective tissue in the short ribs, so they fall off the bone, melt in your mouth,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you've got that braised sauce that you put all over those potatoes. Oh, I feel like a nap coming on right now.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we're going to get started here.
All right. So, Shaq, we're short ribs.
Yeah.
Where's that cave? Where does that come from?
Okay, well, we've all had beef ribs before, right? Obviously, it's
that's what I'm
it's
thinking.
the ribs of the cow, but
Yeah.
well, I can't really explain it. So, I couldn't get a skeleton of a cow to.
Oh, you couldn't?
I had a guy. I had a guy, but he said no, can't do it. Can't do it. So we have to enlist the help of Marty. Marty. Yeah. So he's going to show us exactly where on the cow you get the short ribs.
Please show us.
Well, here's Marty right here.
Okay.
Yep. You've
behind
met
the
Marty
curtain
before,
here?
haven't you met Marty before?
Whoa.
Well, there's
Whoa.
Marty. Now, of course, it's a little awkward using a human skeleton to point out short ribs from a cow. So, but the ribs are ribs, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So anyhow, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull Marty. Come into the camera a little bit. He's a little camera shy. So if you're looking at regular ribs, they would come from this area right here. There's back ribs, right? Those you've seen those before. There's the regular ribs, and then when you get up to the shoulder area, right in kind of here, this is like the side. That would be where the short ribs would be. So let's go to this side. So if you're right in there, that's kind of where the short ribs are. So that's where the short ribs come from.
Thank you for that demonstration.
Thanks, Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
Okay.
Thank you, Shaq.
Not too many people have skeletons in their closet. I do.
You got a few, probably, yeah.
Okay, so let's get at this. We've got a nice hot pan. We've got a little bit of canola oil in there. We like to take a little bit of butter because just to add a little extra flavor. Canola, hey, shout out to our canola farmers. But we like to add a little butter just for a little bit of extra flavor in there. Okay, so we're going to get that going. Now, what we want to do, you could take your short ribs, put them into the Dutch oven, and do it just like that, put in your braise, and you're good to go. And everything would be fine. But why not get a little extra flavor on your short ribs and in your braising liquid? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these short ribs and we're going to just salt them up a little bit. And we're gonna put a little pepper in there too, season them up. And so what we wanna do is basically brown them so that you get that extra. See that sizzle?
Ah, the sizzle. Love that sound.
You get that extra browning caramelization on the meat.
Okay.
Which gives you that extra flavor, right? And that you can actually taste that extra flavor if you just take this step. It takes only about 5 minutes to do this step.
It's worth it.
And then you transfer everything over to the Dutch oven, and then we work on the braising sauce. So you know what? While these are going, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to transfer these over there. We're going to start on the braising liquid. We're going to do the mashed potatoes with roasted garlic and cream cheese, and whoo! Oh, it's going to be good. On Cook with Shack.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, I'm liking that song. Liking that, and you know why? Because it's kind of that slow cooking kind of song.
Well, this has got me so relaxed. It's comfort food, you know? It's like, man.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Cook with Shack. We are doing slow cooking. It's going to take about 2.5 hours. Woo. But I'll tell you what, 3 hours if you want, but I'll tell you what, you are going to love every second of it. And we're doing short ribs, beer braised short ribs. And we're going to do the braise here in a bit. We're also going to do garlic mashed potatoes, roasted garlic mashed potatoes. So what we've done here is we've caramelized the short ribs. Now, right now, they look good. They look good enough to eat right now. But if you were to bite into those, they'd be very tough, because that's kind of where the part of the cow where the ribs come from, or Marty is what we showed you in the last segment. He doesn't do a lot of exercise, but when a cow walks around, they exercise that area a lot. The more exercise, the tougher the meat. That's kind of what usually happens. So
that
anyway,
makes sense, yeah.
That's why we're doing a slow braise on these. So now what we're gonna do is take these short ribs and we're gonna put them into a Dutch oven. I would use a Dutch oven, cast iron preferably. If not, a roaster will be fine too. Just make sure you don't have a whole lot of area over liquid. So it's like you've got a little bit of meat here and then liquid every. You gotta kind of keep it tight. Keep it all tight and compacted. All right, so those go in. Now, we don't want to waste any of that. That is liquid gold right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some onions. Now, you don't have to go crazy and chop them up real tiny like we do with the workout food processor. We want to just kind of rough cuts.
Remember, my eyes are sensitive.
Right, you have sensitive eyes.
Very sensitive eyes.
Anyway,
chop fast, okay?
So what we're going to do, look at this. New knives, everybody, new knives. Like that. Here's a little thing for you. Here's a little tip.
All right.
The reason why they have a hammered texture on there is because when you're cutting onions or potatoes or anything that's got a big surface on it, the less surface touching, that doesn't stick to the knife.
Oh.
And it just falls away.
Take my money.
There it is.
Oh, I want one of those.
You want one of these?
I want one of those. Yes.
Well, here I can give you this one.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right.
This is getting a little out of control.
All right, here
Marty over there.
Yeah, Marty.
I'm seeing him with an I
right,
don't know
yeah,
what's
you
going
know
on
what? I mean,
today.
we
I
could-
don't know what's going on.
We could end up like that if we don't watch it. Okay, so now you want to do is just take an onion.
All right.
We're gonna cut that. See how it just kind of cuts nice? Look at that. See?
Yes.
Look how beautiful that cuts. That's all we want right there.
That's it?
And we want to toss it in.
Okay. You don't even have time for chopping music
Don't,
here.
no, you
You're
don't
pretty
even
much
need.
done. It's like-
No, that's
That's
see, you're
it.
done.
All right,
We're
okay,
finished.
we're done. That's the chopping
it.
music for today.
You're all done with the chopping
Okay.
music. All right, so now we want to put in some. We can do a little chopping music on this one. Okay.
You
So just give me
you're gonna be a fast chopper today?
no, we're gonna be with slow moving.
Okay.
Slow cooking.
Give me a tempo
here we
here.
go.
What are you thinking? Okay.
Here we
I
go.
can work with that.
Start me off. Oh, it's a little fast. There we go. No, we're good.
Okay, I got it. You got in a groove.
Yeah. See how that just falls away from that knife? Oh, done. Just like that.
I'm liking that.
Okay, so in goes the celery. Just a couple of stalks of celery. So you got one onion. You got a little bit of celery in there. Now,
Yeah.
lots of garlic. That's about 3 cloves of garlic you want in there.
Not enough.
Not All right, give that a good stir.
Okay. I can't help it,
smell
but
that. You can smell that already, hey?
yeah, there's some orange things over here. What is that?
That's called
healthy
carrots.
food,
That
is
is carrots. That you
Those
are
are healthy
actually
food.
going to put carrots in there because they give you a good flavor, a nice sweet flavor.
Okay, all
we're
right.
gonna fry the carrots. Is that okay with you now?
Okay, yeah, fry them up at least.
All
yeah,
right,
okay.
so there you go.
All right.
Fried carrots.
Okay, I like that.
Now, you want to let that go for a bit. Again, we want to do a little of both of these. Woo! You want to salt and pepper them up a little bit. Always give it a little bit of salt and pepper because there's no salt and pepper when you buy them from the grocery store, right? They don't have salt and pepper on them. So you got to do that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little sweet. So we're going to take about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar in there, just like that.
Now your measurements are like,
Well,
they are on par today.
yes.
Sort of.
That was sort of a 1/4 cup.
Okay.
I really don't know if that was 1/4 cup or not. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so now here's the thing too. We want to thicken up this a little bit as it's roasting away in the oven. We want to thicken up the braising liquid just a little bit because we want to be like a sauce. Now, usually you would use like a tomato paste because this is kind of a tomato-based sauce. I don't have it. And so, you know what? Here's the thing. Now, the best invention they ever did was they made tomato paste in a squeeze tube, which is great. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any. And then they also make tomato paste in cans, but you only usually need about a teaspoon.
This happens to me every single time, and I got a whole can.
A whole can of tomato paste.
What am I going to do with it?
And you're not going to use it again for about 6 years.
No.
Why? What is that all about? So that's
Drives me nuts.
It's a great idea to have the
tube.
The tube, but I couldn't find any. So when you're out of, here's a little hack for you.
What are we going to do?
When you're out of tomato paste, you use ketchup.
Okay.
Because ketchup has tomato paste in it. And it's got all kinds of nice flavoring in there, too.
Not too much sugar, though?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
You can never have enough. No, it's all good. What, are you watching your weight now, too? Or,
Well, I mean, you know, you got to be careful once in a while, but...
I don't think this little bit of ketchup's gonna get you too large there, my friend. Okay, so we're gonna just get that in there, get it all nice and stirred around. Plus, it also gives, like I say, the flavoring, a little bit more salt and pepper in there, too. Now, we want to put in 2 cups of beef broth, okay? So this is just a regular beef broth you get out of a can. This one's got a little bit of salt in it. You can get the unsalted, but then you'll be having to add salt back in anyway. So always taste, right?
Okay.
Now, we use a dark beer for this. You can go to the liquor store, get yourself a nice stout, or like a Guinness or something like that. But if you make your own,
Yeah.
this is what it looks like here. This is my own
Wow.
elixir.
So this is the secret ingredient, basically.
This is it's
Like-
it's not really a secret ingredient, being that it's called beer braised short ribs.
Well, it's not a secret, but nobody knows. Wow,
Right.
What did you do to make that? That's the
Oh,
secret.
the secret ingredient
The
in the
secret's in
beer.
the bottle.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, look at that. Oh, look at this beer.
I might have to taste test
You might
that.
want to taste that?
I-
Well, yeah, I got another bottle. You can
Okay.
try it later on.
All right.
Okay, so because we need the whole bottle in there.
Okay.
All right, so there, that goes in there like that.
It almost looks like Coca-Cola or something.
It's just a dark braise, or
Okay.
it's a dark beer. And so now, you just let that go. You want to bring that to a boil. And then we're going to add a few more things. So we got a nice boil here. We ought to boil it for about maybe 5 minutes. Just get all this flavors kind of incorporating together in there. Now when you're done with it, and you've used all of the nice brown stuff, the liquid stuff, the caramelization from the short ribs, you want to take the whole thing and you want to pile it right into there. See what I'm talking about? How it's not completely drowned in liquid. You've got short ribs kind of poking through everywhere. So you give it one of these. Now, 375 in the oven for at least 2.5 hours. 3 would be even better. Guaranteed to fall off the bone. Okay, so we're going to just throw these in here now. And let's get to the mashed potatoes.
I was gonna say, I gotta play like a 3-hour set here to wait for these ribs. Like,
We gotta
work today.
We gotta go for a long time. All right, so the mashed potatoes, we've already cooked up some just regular good mashing type potatoes.
All right.
Yeah, what are they called? Yukon Golds or whatever you want. Whatever you do, don't get the russet potatoes. Those
I
are,
like those.
Yeah, but they're for baking potatoes. Like those are for like when you get a baked potato in a restaurant.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They're not good for, and then you got to peel them too, because I mean they're.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you like this has got little peels in it, like but they're the white potatoes, so they got like a
So you
thin,
get away with it. They can kind of be
a thin
Yeah.
peel, and
Right.
so you can have them in there. But if you have the russet in there, it looks like dirt.
Okay, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay, so anyhow, nice and tender. Give them a good mashing.
Oh, I'm thinking we need some kind of mashing.
Yeah, give me a
music.
mashing. Yeah,
I'm
go
thinking
ahead.
like this is like a drop D thing. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, drop the D. Drop it.
Drop the D.
Drop
like,
the D.
We're mashing. You know?
Mashing. And we are done mashing. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is take just a little bit of butter.
Just a bit.
Just a little bit of butter in there.
Nobody saw that.
And we're gonna take a little bit of cream cheese. I'm gonna drop that in there. And we're gonna give that just a stir around, get it all incorporated in there. Just stir around. Okay. Now, so that's got some good stir around stuff. Now we're gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in there as well. But you can't have garlic mashed potatoes without the garlic. So this is what we've done. You take a garlic bulb, take your nice sharp knife, you cut, get a little of that first bit of stuff off it, cut it till it looks like that. Stick it on your tin foil.
Oh, yeah.
Little teeny bit of
Seen
olive
you do
oil.
this before,
Then
yeah.
you want to do this, and you can flip it over like this, and you go like that, and now it's all over. Now it's perfectly. Then you take a little bit of
Boy, you like your salt and pepper.
salt and pepper.
You just, I still think it's really because it makes noise. And
It does, and
that's
I don't
really
have
why.
to shake it.
Yeah.
There's no exercise involved.
That's
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now what you do is you wrap that up just like that,
Okay.
and you open up the thing, and you toss it right in.
Whoa,
That's
all
all you
right.
got to do. Right like this.
For how long is
Yeah,
that?
that's well. That goes for about half an hour, 375, same as what we have the
Okay.
short ribs in. But you would want to probably put that in later on because you don't want it in there for 2.5 hours. It won't be very nice. So, back to our mashed potatoes. I'm just going to take that off for a second. Now we're going to take, through the magic of TV.
I was gonna say, wow, look at that, Shaq. We have garlic, roasted garlic.
Roasted garlic. That's what it looks like right there. Okay? Now, the great thing about this is you don't really have to do much except for squeeze it out.
Oh yeah.
And there goes the roasted garlic in with the mashed potatoes. The great thing about roasted garlic is that it's not so pungent, right? When you have take a
Right.
big old piece of garlic and stick it in your mouth and chew on it, that's going to be some bad breath.
Yeah.
Not so bad with this one because you get the taste of the garlic, but you don't get the pungent strength of the garlic.
Right.
Now we're going to mash that up again.
Okay.
Mashed potato music, please. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're going to just put a little bit of milk to make it nice and creamy. Nice and creamy. Oop. Make it a mess. And there you have your mashed potatoes. I always like, there's another hack for you. Once you're done with mashed potatoes, with like utensils like mashers and stuff,
Yep.
wash them off quick.
Actually, I do that every single time.
Because what happens is that it
Yep.
just turns into glue, and
Absolutely.
you'll be using a sandblaster
Yeah.
to try to get that stuff off. So same with the pot. When you're done with the pot, wash it as soon as you can.
I think
becomes
you and
a
I are on the
mess.
same page. We like to clean as we're cooking,
Exactly.
right? Keep it
That's
clean.
right. Keep a
Keep it
clean
clean.
workspace.
Yes.
That's what I
It's
always
very
say.
important.
All right, so that's done. That's done. We got that ready to go. I think the only thing left to do here is unveil the short ribs,
Jeez.
plate up the garlic mashed potatoes, and eat.
Wow, just like that?
Right, Marty? Yeah? Okay. Cook with Shaq. We'll be back in a second.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Welcome back. It's Cooked with Shaq, and we are about to unveil our beer braised short ribs. They've been cooking oh so gently in the oven for the last 3 hours. Whilst we've been sitting here listening to Harrison play his wonderful guitar. All right, so here we go. Let's take it what this looks like.
I can't wait.
Here it is. Let's take it over here.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's why I
dun,
love
dun.
these Dutch ovens, because you can, it takes the heat and it distributes it nice. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, I gotta take a peek at this. Okay. Oh, wow.
Now, you can tell how tender this meat is.
That's a little tender.
Is this yours, Marty? Are you missing a rib, Marty? Looks like Marty's ready to have a little short ribs. How are you gonna eat, Marty, when you're looking like that? It'll go right through you. Anyway, that's how tender. That's how tender.
That's crazy.
Oh, another one.
Another one. Jeez.
Oh. Another one. What is this, full of bones?
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
it
gonna
is
say.
full of bones, because look at this. It just falls apart.
That is perfect.
Craziness. Okay, so now, before we do this, I'm gonna take my gloves off.
Working gloves here.
Boy,
Jeez.
it's hard to get these things
Those are pretty big gloves, man.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, jeez, I'm working up a sweat. Okay, now we're gonna get fancy. We've got the frosting, icing distributor
Oh, yes. You haven't
thing.
done this in a while. This
Yeah,
is, I
so
like
we're
this
gonna
little
make
trick,
this look all kind of fancy. What do we
Double
want to
the
do?
presentation.
Just a nice little.
Yep.
Okay, that's just.
You gonna write my name on there or something?
I don't know if we're gonna write your name, but we're gonna just get a nice. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. I'll just get a nice little pile going here. I am absolutely terrible at this. Do never, ever, ever hire me at your bakery to decorate a cake. Because I actually just wanted to use this thing, so you know. Now, you just do one of these little things here. And then.
There you go. Yeah, see, you can't do that with a spoon.
That's right.
Right.
See, that
So there
that
you
looks
go.
like.
It's a mountain of potatoes.
That looks terrible, but what it doesn't matter because it's going to taste good. So
It doesn't look that bad.
now what you're going to do is you're going to take that short rib and put it right next to it. Oh, look at that. And then you're going to take some of the nice carrots
Oh, we gotta have the carrots
that
in there,
you
I
were
guess.
having an issue with earlier.
I wasn't having an issue. I just
Oh,
I
okay,
was just
all right.
surprised to see something so colorful.
So look at how baked
But,
and nice and roasted those are,
They're
those
roasted,
carrots.
they're fried and roasted.
And now,
yeah.
this is where it happens. This is where it happens. We take our ladle and we just go inside there and we take a look at all that wonderful juice. And this is what happens here. Put a little bit on there. And then we draw a top on.
Whoa, yeah.
That is what we call heaven on a plate.
Beautiful,
Right there.
man.
Should we just stare?
I just want to look at this for a
Just
little
wanna
while.
look at it for a little
yeah,
while?
I
Okay.
just have to look.
Marty, are you okay with it?
This is fantastic.
Okay, let's
I'm
eat.
amazed.
I'm amazed. Let's just eat.
Yeah,
Are we gonna
okay.
eat? Okay, it's time to eat.
All right.
Marty, ready? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. This is beer braised short ribs, garlic, cream cheese, mashed potatoes, roasted vegetables. It doesn't get much better heading into fall and winter.
Yeah.
Cooked with Shaq. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
The music that you've been hearing on this episode of Cooked with Shaq is courtesy of our good friends Weapons.
Sponsored by Sask Pork. Saskatchewan's pork producers are committed to sustainable production of safe, healthy pork for you and your family. For recipes and more, visit saskpork.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.